Yellow. This is Joe from Bad Brass Vaping. Today I'm going to show you how to build a microcoil. Microcoil is a coil that is wrapped around a drill bit or syringe. I like to build mine on a 5/64 drill bit. Perfect size for me. And all the loops are touching. That's what a microcoil is. Simple to build, easy to wick. Just the easiest coils I've built so far and enjoy the most. I run them on my K-funds and my drippers. I couldn't resist it sitting right there. So what you need is your dripper. This is the Omega clone. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the whole clone thing. It's just I'm vaping on a budget, and to me, it is not worth the $16 I paid. It's just so deep, which is great. It holds a lot more juice, but it's just hard to build and get your coil down there and wick it. And to me, it just sucks. And the air hole is way over here by the post when it should be over here. I mean, it does hit your coil okay, but just in the wrong fucking spot. And on the original it's over a little bit more, and everybody says it still should be over even farther. I didn't like the air holes on it, so I drilled them both out in 5/64. That's about it. So then you need wire cutters or scissors. Either will work to cut the canthal so thin. I use 28 gauge canthal. That's just what works best for me. Some needle nose pliers or tweezers, a torch, of course e-juice, your mod, and must have, if you're gonna build, you have to have an ohm rigger. You got to know how many ohms your coils are, just for safety. You don't want your mod blowing up. You don't want to run a 0.2 ohm coil on a mechanical device which uses batteries, and it could just be a very bad outcome. So anyways, back to the build. Alright, so you want some canthal, just a few inches. You don't need much. End up cutting most of it off. So just wire cutters and clip. I'm gonna let you know I'm probably gonna fuck up during this fucking video. And my videos usually aren't safe for work. It's just the way I talk, and I'm not gonna change for the video, and then I'd just be boring, even worse than I am now. And so anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling. I like to torch my wires, get them red. Just glue a little bit. What this does is take out the springiness, so it's easier to work with, and also I think a little bit easier to get your wraps closer together. So I'm going to use a syringe. The syringe and the drill bit both work the same. Some reason I just like wrapping mine around this. Alright, so I prefer around 1.5, 1.6 ohms. That's usually, with 28 gauge canthal, that's usually 8 wraps. And so that's just my preference. Everybody's is different. But I use a DNA 20. So that's just what I prefer on that. Alright. So you want to get these as close together. And also, The size, your gauge wire, and the size of your wraps will determine how many ohms it is. So you can do this exact same build as I'm doing, but different Canthal and a different drill bit or syringe, you'll have a different outcome. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm going to do 8 wraps. You want them as close together as possible. Just makes it a little bit easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. And you want your wires going 2 different ways. So the end's up here and the bottom's here. So yeah, not as close as together as I was talking about, but oh well. So you pinch it, let it sit for a second, get it where you want it. Still a little spaced out, and you do not want your wires to be overlapping at all. It just won't work right. So you always want to double check, because if that happens, you're going to have to start over. Alright, next step. The needle nose pliers or the tweezers. Alright, so I'm going to pinch it. Try to get it as straight as possible. And just hold it. Oh, I think I squeezed it too much. Alright, so that can be a problem. If you squeeze it too much, they're going to overlap. And again, you don't want them to overlap. This is where the torch comes in handy again. Alright, so I'm going to burn it until they start glowing. This is what's going to make them stay together. And be very careful. This small wire gets hot as hell, and you will burn the piss out of your fingers, which is bound to happen, but you know, try to avoid it. Let's see. That looks great. It's probably going to be hard to see. I'm not going to be, yeah, you see that? No, that gets on my nerves. So, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, oh well. Let's see. So, I'm going to put the syringe back in it. And what this is going to do, this is just going to protect it. So, when we put it in the atomizer, it's not going to go all over the place and mess up, because I don't want to start over. Alright, so you're going to want one wire longer than the other. It's easier to feed through the posts. Mostly on mine, it's a pain. Alright, so wire cutters. Just cut it about right there. And voila. Like I said, this is probably going to give me problems. It never just goes right in. But there's a first for everything. Alright, so you want to make sure your coil is going to end up where your air hole is. So, just double check that before you build it, or you're going to have to start over. And sorry if this takes me a second, because this thing just loves to piss me off. Alright, so the walls are so tall, the well's so deep, I can't just go straight through. I have to get something to pull it up over the wall. Alright, got one through. This is where the other one comes in handy, because you can almost just push it straight through. And voila. So it's fed. I gotta pull this one up too. Up and over. Put push. Get it close to the posts, because that can affect your ohms. The farther away it is, and then say I tighten it far away, and then readjust it, pull it in, the ohms are going to change a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to leave this up a little bit so you can watch me wick it. So right there, you want to pull your wires up so it doesn't go anywhere when you're screwing it down. And when you screw it, you don't want it too tight because it will snap that wire because it's so thin. So just torque it down. Once it starts getting tight, you're good. Alright. So this is where the ohm ranger comes in handy. A lot of devices will check your ohms as well. And sometimes DNA 20 will get stuck. So, like mine, sometimes it'll read 1.6 and you have to let the battery die or take out the battery and it'll reset itself. So just to be on the safe side, I always use this. When you check it, you want to make sure the wires aren't touching. I'm not going to clip them in case it doesn't read right and I have to start over. So just a little higher than I wanted. 1.92, which if I pull it in and drop it down a little more, it could change a little bit, but we'll find out. Alright, so 1.9, a little high. Oh well, still gonna vape good. Alright, so I'm gonna cut off the excess wire, because you don't want that touching anything. So we got a clean little coil. So now the hardest part, if you ask me, is wicking. You gotta get the right amount of cotton. Too much will make it taste funny. Not enough, it just won't be right either. This is 100% organic cotton. Can't remember the brand. They use chemicals in cotton. They bleach it to whiten it, hydrogen peroxide. So I boil my cotton 15 minutes and let it sit out to dry. And it takes a while. So I usually use a blow dryer. I can't tell you exactly how much cotton you get. Usually you want to wash your hands because that can affect it. Just the oils in your hands. But anyways, I can't tell you how much cotton you get because there's really no way. You just want a good little fluffy piece, and as you start building, you'll get used to it, how much to get. And you want it to slide right through your coil. If you struggle, see, I can already tell that's going to be a little too much. If you struggle and it won't go through, it means you got a little too much. You want it to be able to just move a little bit. You don't have to have a ton of room, but you want it to move enough to where you can feed it. Alright, so I just trim it in, get it nice and clean. It's easier to feed through the coil. About right. Trim off some of the excess. I don't make it too short because I'll tuck it up under. And when you do this, just get your wick a little wet. So put a little juice on the cotton and it'll mold better. Alright. Sorry. So I just tuck it up under. And I'm going to push the coil down. Get down by that air hole. Sorry for that beep and somebody's alarm's going off. Alright, I'm going to double check how tight it is. And retest it. Okay, 1.8, so it dropped a little bit. Alright, so we're good to go. And I didn't think about it, but usually before I wick it, I should have put it on the mod and fired it. But I skipped a step. When you do that, you want to just make sure it burns from the inside of the coil out. So get bright red. But I messed up. Alright, so soak it down. Get it nice and wet. Alright. Sometimes this gives me problems. So this is at 11 watts. Which is going to put me, see, man. Check atomizer. 4.4 volts. That's what I get. Decent vapor production. I like micro coils. Give you a great throat hit. Good vapor. Alright, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Go for about 15 watts. It's not reading again. That's 5.2 volts. Soak it, double check. You don't want to burn your cotton. Dry hit. Sorry, I'm having trouble. So yeah, it's good if you ask me. So let's take a hit and see how this bad boy works. And remember, the more airflow you get, the more vapor. That's why I drilled out the air holes. Sorry. For some reason it's not connecting tonight. It keeps telling me to check my atomizer. Line up the air holes. Wow. It's never given me this much trouble. Sorry about this, guys. I need to get one that has an adjustable connection. Tastes great. Amazing vapor production. Tastes amazing. 16.5 watts. Alright guys, so that's how you build micro coil. Sorry for the problems in the video. If you like our videos, please give us a thumb up. If you really like it, subscribe to us. We're going to be putting out more videos. The videos will get better once we get used to talking to a camera. So, hope you enjoyed it. Vape safe. Life is good.